Welcome to or back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to add the ears to your hat. And as you can see, mine are folded over. I think this look is cute, but some of y'all are wondering like how to get them to stand up. And I'm going to be honest, they don't stay up 24/7. Like, I feel like if you move, the ears will move. Like, and I think it's normal. Like, yes, you see like how this one is giving me a little hell, but I feel like if you pull it down, they tend to point up much better. Like if you have the hat pulled down as much as you can. But for some reason, this one ear wants to be trifling. But I'm going to show y'all how to sew them on. Yes, I said sew, so you will need a crochet needle, but we're going to jump right into the tutorial so y'all can start adding your ears to your hat with ease. My lips are kind of dry looking. Yikes. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to attach the ears to your beanie. If you need like measurements and a tutorial on how to make the beanie or the ears, make sure y'all go watch that tutorial I dropped for it, because this is not a tutorial. It's just an attachment video. All right, so you will need a yarn needle. And normally I would use yarn. Normally, like on this hat, my last row of the ear is black and the top where I attach it is black. So I attach it with black yarn. But for the sake of this video and making sure that y'all can see everything, I'm not going to attach it with the black side. I'm going to use this colored ear. This is purple, and I'm going to use red yarn. The last row is purple. It's obviously more than one color in the ear. I just had to add that because, you know, there's people that like to be super unnecessary specific in other people's videos. And it's like, girl, this is my life, my video, my channel. You're watching me. Remember that. Anyways, back to the people with sense. We are going to, so I just attached the yarn. I did 2 knots because for some reason when I do 1 knot, it always comes out. But you can use a stitch marker here if you need to, but I'm not going to. So what you're going to do is just get to where you get to the inside. So this is going to be my first stitch. So right behind it is going to be my second stitch. So this is going to be the stitch that I go into from the front. This is the one from the back. I always enter from the back. So I'm going to go through the one on the back. I'm going to pull my yarn through. I don't pull the yarn all the way through, but because this yarn is super long, I'm not really scared about it going through. And honestly, I'm not going to do it super duper tight because I am going to take this out because obviously these colors don't match my hat. I'm just doing this to show y'all for teaching instructional purposes. Now, normally I would put my seam in the middle so I can tell the front from the back, but recently someone said something about like they were interested in hiding the seam, so I was like, okay, I guess, but I don't really care. So, you know, the chain 2, we don't count that as a stitch. So for my ear, this is going to be 1 stitch we go into, and then the one right next to it is going to be the other stitch. And now that I think about it, it probably will be easier for people that aren't used to like crocheting and working with stitches as much to do it with the seam on the side. And by seam, I mean when you finish your ear, wherever your yarn tail is, that'll be the side on the edge. Just to make sure you end up with an even amount of stitches, and you could tell if you skipped a stitch because this won't count as a stitch. But so we're entering from the back. So I'm going to go through, you see your chain 2 right here? We won't go there. We're going to go into this stitch right here for the double crochet. Wait, is that the slip stitch into the, why did I slip stitch into the chain 2 and not the double crochet? So actually we're going to go in right here. So in front of where I was trying to go. And then we're going to go through this stitch right here. Now, personally, I do them both at one time, but you can do whatever you please. It's your hat, it's your life. I have hair everywhere, child. My wig is just shedding like a cat. It's so unnecessary. And then we're going to go through that front stitch. All right. I actually like using the separate colors because, like, I don't have to worry about someone being like, oh, why would you use black yarn for a tutorial? We can't see. And I get that. But I don't know. I feel like black yarn is not that hard to see. Because the only reason why I redid this clip is because I felt like I was going off camera a little too much for it to be a, like, video to teach you how to do it. Because I feel like that's what happened the first time. It kept going off camera too much for my liking. But here we go. So we're going to the very next stitch. You always make a U when you're working on the hat before you enter into the ear. So look, and by make a U, I mean the more you get the yarn ate up, the more you'll see the U shape. So you see, like right here we have a U. You always make a U for the hat. before you enter into the ear. Now, I prefer to enter into the ear and do both stitches at the same time. Now, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but I just find when I do both at the same time, I have less room for error. Now, if you are lifting, I don't recommend lifting it up like I'm doing. Only reason why I'm lifting it up is so like I can make sure I'm doing it right, but I also want to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. But we can actually flip it over now because we're on the back side. You don't have to flip it. You're welcome to keep it on one side. You know, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Find what works for you. It's crochet, it's your craft. We went through this stitch already, so we're not going through there. We're going to go through the one right next to it. And like I said, I'm not going to pull this too tight because I will be taking this out. But you will want to pull things tight. Not tight to where you run out of tail and you have to redo it, but tight. So like I said, let's make our U because we're working on the outside of the hat. And by make a U, you'll know you made a U because we see that U right here. Make a U. And then we go through. So yeah, make a U and then you go through. You go through the ear. You see how we went through that? We're not going through that again. Excuse me. And then we lift up just a little bit to see the other one. We went through this right here, so we don't go through that one. We're going through the one next to it. Y'all see how this string right here is in that one? Don't go through that one. We already been there. Don't let them get greedy. You don't get that yarn twice, babes. No. No, don't be greedy. Okay, be careful. And this is actually why I hate sewing, because I always end up with knots in the thread. Thank God this is yarn, so it's thicker than thread, so the knots are easier to deal with. And now we go back through the front. We went through that already, so we're going through the one right next to it. Hey, party over here, party over here. And I went through because you're supposed to go through like that. So, yep, there you go. And now we make a U and go into the very next stitch, pulling it up. And now I'm going to go through the very two next stitches. Like I said, I find it easier to go through two stitches at one time. But if you're ever confused, y'all can see we got red in those other two, so we know we did it right. No greedy stitches over here. No greedy stitches over here. Period. But yeah. And again, the main issue was I noticed in the comments was people saying the ears didn't stand up, which like I said in the intro, they won't stand up all the time. And I kind of think they're cute when they're folded over just a little bit. Or people were not sewing them and they were using their crochet hooks or slip stitching them and stuff. And I literally told y'all don't do that because I did that the first time. And my hat turned out a mess. And I was very embarrassed because I actually wore it to work thinking I liked it. And then the ears kept falling. I looked like a sad little puppy dog. And I know I just told you I like the way it looks when it falls a little bit. They weren't falling that same way, guys. It was like an inflated, those little things they have at the car dealership. It looked like one of those, just super inflated. Like someone didn't pay the electricity bill that month. Y'all got to get out there and sell some more cars, baby, to keep the air pumping into that balloon. Anyways, going right back through my ear. And then I'm going right back through the other side of the hat. And then you just keep repeating this process until you're done with your ear. I know I don't have no knot. And then we go through that very next stitch. We go through the ears. Like I said, I like to just go through them both at the same time. But if you're the type and you want to go through them separately, you're welcome to. It's okay. Do it at your own speed. This is your craft, your hat, your life. Live your own fucking life. I do not run the world when it comes down to crochet. Unless it's my crochet world. Okay? Period. You run yours. And honestly, when you pull it, you won't really see the red that much. So I low-key could get away with this had these been the exact same color. Now, what I will say is this is kind of this bulky part where we don't go through that is kind of why I like to put the seam in the middle. because like now it looks like we didn't go through the stitches, even though we did, but that's just because we got that bulky seam. That's why I put it in the middle. But like if that doesn't bother you, then you can do what you did. But like over here, you see how my seam, this is the back side. The seam is in the middle, so we started and we only had stitches on the side. This is the extra, this is just yarn, but we only went through stitches. Now if like that doesn't bother you, you don't have to, like it is a little bulk, just slightly, but like over here I just feel like outside of this, once you tuck, maybe once you tuck this tail, it won't be as bad. Let's see real fast. Let me just pull it through. Let's see what it does. Well, no, it's not as bad. It's okay, whatever. But what I will suggest, that so you're just going to go through the hat, go through the ear, go through the hat on the other side. Now, what I will suggest is once you get down to where you're done with the ear, make sure or use a stitch marker or some yarn. I'm going to show you how you can use yarn as a stitch marker. Let's say, I know I got to count up 15 stitches because it's like 30 in the last row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Smush it. And you'll go through both of those. Now, if you feel like you need to count the back side and make sure it's 15, go ahead. But I trust myself a little more than that. And if it doesn't work, I'll figure out how to fix it later on. Just use your yarn as some other yarn as a stitch marker. Just so you know, once you finish with the ear, you know like how many stitches to go through before you need to start back going through the hat, hat, ear, and then the other side of the hat. That way you don't end up getting to the end and realizing you have way more ear left and not enough stitches. So this way you know you will have enough stitches for your ear and you don't avoid having to take stuff out, because I feel like taking the yarn out, especially if you do have to take it out though, I would suggest taking the yarn off the hook and then pulling it out, because it's much easier to take the yarn out when you don't have to pull the hook through. That's just my suggestion. So if you do make a mistake and you have to unthread it, take the yarn off the hook, off the needle, my bad, I keep saying hook. Take the yarn off the needle and then pull the yarn out, because it'll be easier to get it out if you don't have to also get this hook out. Then when you're ready to start back reattaching, attach the yarn back to the needle and start back sewing. Please don't forget your stitch marker so you can make sure you have enough space on the outside. And then always remember, go through your hat, go through your ear on both sides, go through the other side of the hat. You through you, okay? Period. Thank you. If you have any more questions, drop them in the comments of this video, and I will try to get back to y'all in a timely manner. I do have a full-time job. I know I said I'm closing up my crochet shop, but I have a couple orders to finish before I close it up, because I want to focus more on teaching and tutorials versus making products for other people. I want to make stuff for myself, stuff for people that I love, and also I'm going to be starting a care project where I make projects monthly for the homeless and children. But I'll give y'all more information on that later. Anyways, thanks. Toodles. This tutorial helped y'all. I really do love when the ears sit like this, because I feel like this gives off dog, or if you just have one. But yeah, don't be mad if your ears don't stand up all the way. Mine don't stand up 24/7. I feel like people only really have them standing up for quick videos they might do on TikTok, or quick just for like a thumbnail. But if your ears fall down a little bit, it's perfectly fine. I'm telling you now, if you crochet them with a hook, they're gonna hang like this. They're not gonna hang like with that slight droop that I like. But yeah, and I feel like pulling it down as much as you can will also help with it standing up. But y'all know this ear likes to give me hell, so. But yeah, it's okay if it doesn't work out. Try it again. You know, if y'all have any other methods that you can use to get them to stand up, drop them in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in the next tutorial. Toodles. What the fuck is on my mouth? Oh my God.